Hi, this is Rett Rasmussen speaking on values. Today's segment is Rotary International's The FourWay Test. The FourWay Test is of the things we think, say, or do. Specifically, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? The FourWay Test was written by a Chicago Rotarian, Chicago being the birthplace of Rotary in the early 1900s, by Herbert J. Taylor in 1932. What he was looking for was a simple and straightforward, purely subjective form of self-analysis. He actually went to work for a company called Club Aluminum Company, leaving a very good job for a very poor job from a sinking ship type of a company in the heart of the Depression, depths of the Depression. And a quote that he has from how he came up with the FourWay Test and tried to apply it to this company that he went to that was in severe need of help was, "To win our way out of this situation, I reasoned we must be morally and ethically strong. I knew that in right there is might. I felt that if we could get our employees to think right, they would do right. We needed some sort of ethical yardstick that everybody in the company could memorize and apply to what they thought, said, and did in our relations to others." One early example of how they applied it was they had a printing contract that the company put out. And they took in bids, they selected this one company, and then after the contract was signed, the printing company said, "Look, I underbid you by $500. I'll gladly fulfill my obligation." But Mr. Taylor went to his board and said, "Look, we could do this, but is it beneficial to all concerned?" And they ended up paying him the money that they really didn't have a lot of in the depths of the straits that this company was in, but they wanted to live the FourWay Test that they were implementing. In Japan, for years, there would be umbrellas at bus stops where they had imprinted the 24 words of the FourWay Test onto them. Rarely did an umbrella go missing at those bus stops. And there's a lot of companies that put up the FourWay Test as a reminder to the employees of the things that they should think, say, or do when dealing with others. In my own office, right across from my desk, as I look across it to the wall, there's my FourWay Test as my reminder. When I'm speaking with people on the phones, it's always there. Rotary International officially adopted the FourWay Test in 1943, 11 years after Herbert Taylor put it together. And now, again, is it the truth? The truth is somewhat subjective, very subjective. Different things to different people, but, the truth is the truth. Is it fair to all concerned? If it's not good for both parties, for all sides, you've got something that needs to go back to the drawing board, perhaps. If it's just all one-sided, well, I got mine, the heck with that guy. If it's a customer, they just might not come back to you the next time. People want to be treated right, and is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? When you're acting the truth, when you're doing things that are good to all sides, you are going to be building goodwill and better friendships. And that's storing up, things in a bank account for you. You may need to draw on that later on if something doesn't work right. But, when you're acting in the FourWay Test by this third measure of it, you are building the goodwill and the better friendships that will serve you well as time goes on. And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Again, all the parties have to be benefiting in your transactions and your interactions. And it's not just in a business situation. You can apply this to your family. If you want to talk the truth always, you always want to make sure that things are of beneficial intent and beneficial outcome to your family members, anybody that you interact with. So I encourage you to download the FourWay Test from the website here, apply it to your life. In fact, just recently I was testifying before the Department of Energy about an issue that was of grave danger to my company, of some regulations that they were trying to input. And I close my remarks in this public meeting with the FourWay Test to point out to them that, frankly, their shoddy research, their conclusions that they drew from it weren't the truth. They, were definitely not fair to all concerned. They certainly weren't building goodwill and better friendships, and they were definitely not going to be beneficial to all concerned. Remains to be seen if those words are heeded, but it was something that, I spoke from my heart to get across to them about their actions, and I encourage you to apply the FourWay Test to your life, to your interactions with other people. It really is an offshoot of the golden rule, do unto others as you wish them to do unto you, put into 24 different words by the Rotary International. Well, this is Rett Rasmussen on values with the FourWay Test. Thank you.